Hey, it's May here, and today I am doing a how I store my K-pop albums collection update. This isn't me going through all of the albums or anything. This is just like me showing you how I store it in my new room. So it's been about a year since I have lived in a room where all of my albums were on shelves. And this isn't even all of my albums. Like, I ended up having to leave some at school just because there were so many I could not take them home, and I should have just like put them in a box and shipped them to myself or something, but I just didn't really have the money for it, and just whatever, didn't end up happening. Kind of ran out of time to where I could do that. Today I am here to show you what I do have, and I told you guys that I mentioned in the video that I was thinking about filming when I unboxed all of them, but I ended up doing this. This took like 3 days actually because I had no idea how I was going to do it. In my old room had a built-in shelf on the wall, and I had a lot of albums on that, and then I went through a couple of like jewel case shelves, so I wasn't really sure like how I was going to do this. I took everything out of the boxes first and I just put them like wherever they were, and then I spent a day organizing the shelf behind me, and I spent a day organizing the shelf that I'm going to show you that's over there. So I still only have 2 shelves. Let's just go ahead and get started. I just wanted to film this little intro. I'm not going, because I did not end up taking everything home, I'm not going to be doing non-Infinite Super Junior collections until March, but then I will do those because I will have all of those albums back by then, because now I know that I can only take so many, and I could have probably taken a couple of more with me. A little bummed I didn't. So you're going to see some obvious holes in my collection, but don't worry, I do have those albums. They're just at school, and I think I'm going to end up shipping whatever I can't fit to myself, because now I know that might be a thing I have to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So this, I decided, was like an ultimate kind of shelf. If you remember from my old room, I used to have albums there, and there, and then these 3 shelves were filled with books. I now have a bookcase for just books in a different room. If you follow me on, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you've seen that. Okay, so this is the top version of the shelf. I just have literally everything that's like kind of big up here, like this. I have like Crush Jean up here. I have like Sistar back there. And then the rest of it is like the Origin, like all the same stuff from like the old room, Sexy Green Single, and then this I used to keep elsewhere, but now I keep here. And then I have like my star cards, so I have Infinite, both seasons, and then Super Junior. And the Origin doesn't need to be here, but I just kind of like the way that it looks here. And then this is the Super Junior shelf, so this is literally every like non-jewel case thing here. So it's the only way I could do this that like wouldn't drive me crazy was by doing it in size order. So it's in chronological order by size and starts from the smallest and goes all the way to the top. So I won't go through everything I have here, but like some things are separate, like this is Sorry, and then these 2 are also Sorry, so those are not like in the same place. Yep. So things like Chomi's first album, Chomi's second album, kind of thing. Like, but yeah. And that, and then we go down to Infinite, and Infinite is so much more easy to organize because literally it's like mini albums. That one's not mine, I'm holding it for someone. And then I have Infinite F here because they fit here. And then this I could have put up here, but I just didn't, so yeah. And then I have the singles, the full lengths, the repacks, Japanese full albums, best of, and then Japanese singles, so BTOB, Be Mine. I have so many of these, oh my gosh, so many. And then Last Romeo, Dilemma, 24 Hours, Infinite F, Fly High, Fly Again, and then, so this is like Korean sub-units, Another Me, 27, Two Heart, Wheein, and then L's photo book, and there's still a ton of room to grow on both of these shelves. So, like, it's actually really, really nice because I was worried it wasn't going to be like that. So then, the way I used to have it set up was, these were all on a different shelf, but I just put them all here. So, yeah. So I just have all of the Japanese singles, or it starts with Korean full-length stuff, or Korean full group stuff, and then it goes into subunits, so starting with H, and then we have the full group Japanese stuff, which is like here, and then subunits, so T's Korean thing is here too, and then Donghae Eunyak, Donghae Eunyak, Donghae Eunyak, and then KRY, which goes into YESUNG, and Q single would be here too if I had remembered to bring it home, but I keep like some jewel cases in different places. And then we have some Super Junior M and some Henry. Does not need to be here, but it is because without it there's this like huge space, so I just put this here, and yep. And then we have starting with F, and then it's in chronological order all the way to One Great Step. So after Super Junior and Infinite are all done, so that's 4 shelves of them, like mostly them, minus like 2 things up there. Then we moved on to the other Ultimates, because I was thinking about this and I was like, well, Infinite and Super Junior have their own shelves, I should give After School and A-Pink their own shelves. So that didn't end up happening because my After School and A-Pink collection is literally nothing compared to Super Junior and Infinite, so I don't know why my male Ultimates are like this. They just release so much stuff. So this is the After School and A-Pink shelf for my female Ultimates. I really, really like this shelf. I think that it's really, really cute. Like, it just makes me so happy, and literally, like, collector like things, it just makes me really happy. So this is just After School's releases in order, and obviously there's not a lot of them. I'm really not missing much for After School, but I would like to expand it. But honestly, the only thing I'd really expand is the Japanese collection, which is mostly jewel cases, minus like these, which I already own. So yeah, so Korean releases, and then I have Orange Caramel at the end here. Again, this shouldn't be like that. And then Orange Caramel down here are first, and then After School, and then it ends with my Marina CD plate. Hopefully I can get her other one. And then these are my extra Infinite and Super Junior star card things, because if these weren't in the middle, then everything would fall over all the time, because there's both jewel cases at the end. And again, like I had with my jewel case shelf, I have A-Pink, which starts on this side, so all the Korean releases, I need to turn that around. I took a picture of my A-Pink collection for Instagram yesterday, and I guess I didn't put everything back perfectly. So yeah, these aren't all my jewel cases for A-Pink, but all of my A-Pink jewel cases, like this is the thickest one I own. So they're all really, really thin. I'm not really concerned about this, because even though A-Pink are planning a lot this year, I just feel like it's not going to end up growing that much, because After School is not going to grow that much. I'm missing like, there's 2 Pledis like company things I want, and then there's like a couple of other things, and this is about to fall. But yeah, and then I was like, okay, well they fit on one shelf, so what do I do now? So I ended up doing my second favorite boy group, which is VIX currently, and somebody wanted me to like make a video about why VIX is my second favorite instead of BTS. I don't really want to talk about it. VIX really impressed me this year, and they moved up to number 2, and that's all I want to say about that. But then I also have my second, third, and fourth favorite girl groups down here, because VIX took up so much space. I wasn't expecting them to take up this much space, but I guess my VIX collection is like a lot larger than I originally thought. So over here I have AOA, who are my second favorite girl group. I am going to do an updated girl group list if I haven't done it already. It's in the works. I'm working on it. So AOA, and then Lovelies are my third favorite. Red Velvet, those are there. And then VIX, I just have VIX from the beginning. I just put VIX LR here. I think VIX LR I did in chronological order. And my thing that's supposed to hold these is going to be here today, and I'm so excited about that, because I'm tired of these. Literally, they literally sit like this all the time, and I just use it to stop. Okay, so there's that. This is this shelf. So it's literally just like top 3 boy groups, top 4 girl groups. Yeah, I have this shelf, and this shelf I was like, oh my god, everything is going to fill up so fast. I'm gonna need another one. I actually ordered another one, and then I had to return it because I just was so convinced that not everything was going to fit on this shelf. And I did leave, like, the things that I left back at school were, like, the bulky things, so maybe I will outgrow this shelf, but honestly, I don't think so. So, I started over here with my third favorite boy group, which is BTS, so, yeah. And I left BTS's, like, Young Forever things at home. I do have Wings here, but I left Young Forever at school because those are just such heavy albums. And then I have BAP, so then I decided to do top 4 boy groups, or top 5 boy groups, because I feel like my top 5 boy groups are like really important, so I only got to 2 over here, so I just decided to continue this over here. So BTS, BAP are number 4, and then Monsta X is also number 4, but like the seniority thing, like I was saying with Infinite Super Junior, I always do the older group towards the top. Then I have my Monsta X albums. I think this is like the only collection that's really complete that's like here. No, SHINee's complete too. Okay, so SHINee goes down here, and I stacked these because I just really did not like the way that they looked when there were all of these, like, these things next to each other. It just really annoyed me. I don't know why it annoyed me. I think it's because I knew it was taking up like a lot of space. And then I have my 5th, because they are my 5th, I did my 5th favorite girl group, which is G-Friend. And I can't believe I left my entire G-Friend collection at school. I really didn't mean to do that, but I was like looking for G-Friend, and I was like, where are my G-Friend albums? And I was like, oh, right there. And then I just did everything the way I used to do on my other shelf, if you remember that. So it's literally just like in alphabetical order, starting with numbers, ending with Z. So 2 PM were first, and then B1A4, Bastars. I don't own any Block Beast, so that's why Bastars is where they're. And then Beast, Big Bang, BTOB. I left a lot of BTOB at school too. I keep wanting to say like what state, because when I'm not filming I refer to it as the state, not like school. BTOB, and then my Cross Jean CD plates are all here. And this is like TVXQ, DBSK / SM, FCuz, FX. Girls' Generation, GOT7, Hello Venus, there's little J Park thing down here, which is really cute. Madtown, M-Black, RIP, and Flying, New East, more New East. I left one of New East's albums in school too. 9 Muses, Oh My Girl. Left a lot of 17. 17 of the bulkiest albums ever. Ugh. I really meant to bring Going 17 home, because I had a video planned related to Going 17, and then I didn't bring them home, so I've kind of just scratched the video idea. Twice, QBS, Tasty, UP10TION, which I didn't know that this was like, UP10TION's albums are all like the same packaging, but they're not the same size, and it like kind of bugs me. UKISS, and then I have my Win DVD, Chia, which should not be there, but you might remember that these holes are like big, that if the album at the end is not like bulky, it will fall through, so that's why some of these might not be exactly in order, but I try to keep them at least near the group. So I keep all like my yearbooks and stuff over here. That's how I did it in my old room. So this is the only album that really suffered from moving. I have a couple of broken jewel cases for Super Junior, but I was honestly expecting that. So I will post a picture right here of what it looked like when I first pulled it out of the box. Oh, I also have my Mix and Match DVD down there and the Bromide magazine. But it makes me so sad. So this is what it looks like. It's been like pressed between yearbooks for a couple of days. But 17 karat was the main victim of sitting in boxes for 11 months. So, thank you, Pledis Entertainment, for this amazing packaging. How will I ever be able to repay you? I was so sad. Oh my gosh, I was so sad when I pulled this album out. I was like, just randomly looking through things, and everything else pretty much is fine. There's a couple of scratches here and there, but it's really just a lot better than I was expecting. I've been worrying about these albums for months, like 4 months. Part of me wanted to buy another 17 karat album anyways, but I think I'm going to keep this one because like it is a lot better than it was when I first pulled it out of the box, but it just makes me kind of sad. So that is how I store my K-pop albums now in this room, and probably how I will store them if I end up moving out in May, which is the current plan, but you know, life. If I end up moving, then I'll just take these 2 shelves and probably set it up the same way until it doesn't work anymore. And I'm gonna have everything here in March, and I will be doing like these albums for the collection updates, but, and like, you know, these 2 bottom shelves too, because even though A-Pink and After School are ultimates, I feel like their collections aren't large enough that I have to separate them, like with these monsters that I call my ultimates. So, yeah. I think I explained that pretty in depth. It wasn't really supposed to be this long of a video, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!